morning, everybody. I just woke up a little bit ago. I washed my face, brushed my teeth, and just kind of did a little something with my hair. I'm planning on staying in PJs for a little longer though. So I did just get a little bit ready for the day and I'm about to go make some breakfast. So I thought that I would take you guys along with me and show you guys what I make and what I'm going to be eating today. So if you're interested in that kind of video, then just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, we're going to voiceover for the rest of this. So I'm just making some homemade like granola cereal. So I'm just taking a cup of oats and I'm toasting them up for a little bit on the stove. I just use a little bit of spray oil. You can use whatever you prefer. And then this is very customizable, so feel free to take out or put in whatever you like. But my basics are always a bit of cinnamon and a pinch of salt, and you just want to really watch this. This isn't something you want to put on the stove and leave because they can burn super easily. So then I just went ahead and put a little bit of some chopped pecans and also some shredded almonds. Now this is a sweetener of my choice, which is maple syrup, but you can put whatever you prefer as long as it's like a liquid, because this helps it to kind of stick together and become crumbly like a granola. So this part is optional. I just really like the taste of cooked banana like that, especially in like banana breads and things like that. So I just mash it up and I mix it in with my oats and you get a few little chunks of it, which is really good. But this does stop it from lasting as long. So if you do want to make a big batch of it, I would omit the banana. And then I just also added in some chia seeds. Now I know that a lot of people don't like raisins, but I don't mind them, so I put a little handful in. And then some of the toppings that I like are cacao nibs and shredded coconut. So yeah, those are things you don't have to add into the cooking process. You could eat this just like that or put it on top of yogurt, but I like it as a cereal. And then I put some fresh berries. So I have some cherries and strawberries. And then I'm adding my coconut and my cacao nibs. Alright, you guys, we're going to do a little taste test. All right, so I'm gonna go enjoy my granola cereal and I will see you guys at lunchtime. And then you just want to store this into an airtight container. So I'm using a glass container. I find that plastic can kind of give it a taste of plastic after a few days, so I prefer it to be in a glass container. But this will last you for a few days. You want to go for a walk? Do you? You want to go for a walk? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay. And yes, I'm still in my pajamas, so maybe sunglasses will hide my identity from my neighbors. So pretty out here. It's just like open field. There's my friend. Oh, spotted. Can we pet your dog? So you guys, I wanted to tell you guys about a dream that I had. So I'm just like remembering it too because I'm at the park now, and in my dream I had walked over to this park and there was two guys and they like catcalled to me, and I like stood up for myself and was like all like tough, and I said, can you guys just like say hello maybe instead of like whistling at me, because that would go further. And they were like, okay. So they came up and said hi and like shook my hand and stuff, but they were being like super creepy and kept like looking at each other. So I was like, I need to get out of here, like something's not right. So then I ended up trying to leave and they like grabbed me and they were like on top of me trying to like kidnap me or something. And some construction guys like were around the corner and I screamed and they like came to help me. And then I ran home in my dream. And when I got home, I like locked the doors and I told my sister what happened, and we looked outside of our window, and somehow it was just magically nighttime. And we looked outside our window and there was like a truck that had just pulled up with a bunch of like kids in the back, like all different ages. And they were like snooping and like looking in our windows, like trying to find us. So I tried calling 911 and my phone line wasn't working. So I was like, okay, I'll try my cell phone maybe. And that wouldn't work either. It's like I couldn't get through. And I continuously have dreams where I'm in like some kind of bad situation and I try to call 911 and nobody answers, or it like goes to voicemail or something stupid. So if any of you guys know what that kind of dream means, just let me know, because I literally felt like I was trying, like in my dream they were trying to like take me for human sex trafficking or something. It was just like a really scary vibe. Like, you know, when you wake up and like you can't fall back asleep because it just felt so real, even if it sounds silly like the next day. So yeah, if any of you guys know what it means to continuously have dreams where you like try to get help and you can't, let me know, because I'm interested in like dream interpretations. So yeah. Alrighty, for this lunch, I am taking those same Lebanese pitas that I love, and I'm actually making a falafel wrap. So I have some of my ingredients here, but again, you can customize them however you want. These are the pickled turnips that I use, and that is the tahini, and these are the falafels. I get them from Costco in a 2-pack, and they're just frozen, and I just put them in my convection oven or toaster oven for a little bit, and then I'm now making the dressing. So for the tahini sauce, it's not necessarily authentic in any way, but I just make it to how I like it. So I put some garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, and the tahini, and then a bit of salt. And I like to put some parsley, but you don't have to do that. This is my favorite hummus, you guys. So I just start by steaming my pita, and then I'm putting on some of that hummus. These are my cooked falafels. They're so yummy and crispy. And you guys, when I make a falafel, like I load it, okay? So it's extremely hard to wrap, but it's really filling and it stops me from wanting another one. So yeah, so I just put on some pickles, some pickled turnips, tomatoes, lettuce, and I have some fresh parsley there as well. And then I did end up watering down my sauce a little bit. I put a little bit of warm water just to make it more of a dressing, and I just added a bit more salt. But yeah, I prefer it a little bit liquidier than thick and clumpy. And then I always do this even when I order one from a restaurant. I always ask for hot sauce with the tahini sauce as well. It's so good, just trust me. And then I'm going to struggle to close this for a minute and then pop it on a panini press. So you just want to leave it on until you can hear some sizzling, until it's nice and crispy on the top. And that is it, you guys. This is so delicious. Like, you have to try it. These falafels from Costco are bomb. But yeah, this was extremely filling, as you can probably imagine. Okay, for anyone who hasn't tried this, just trust me. I know it sounds weird. I've got my whole family onto it now. A little bit of lime juice on some really sweet watermelon makes it so good, you guys. Even if you have a little bit of fresh mint, oh my God, so addicting. Okay, for anyone who hasn't seen this contraption, this is a spiralizer. You can use it for all types of veggies. Tonight I'm making zucchini noodles. So you just kind of stab the zucchini on there and start twirling, and then you get these beautiful long noodles. You can also cut the zucchinis in half so that you don't get as long of noodles because they become extremely long. But yeah, once you're done, you're kind of left with this little funky like piece. I don't throw this out. I just chop it all up and put it into my pasta. So the other ingredients I have are the leftover zucchini, some fresh tomatoes, and some mushrooms. And I'm just kind of making like a makeshift sauce. So I just have some diced onion, and then I add in some fresh garlic and let that kind of simmer into the olive oil to kind of infuse it. And then you just want to add in all your veggies to let them cook down. The more tomatoes you add, the juicier your sauce will be because you actually go in after and you kind of crush the tomatoes a little bit. But I just like to start by seasoning it with some salt to get the juices out and also some fresh lemon. And then you can see here I'm just kind of like squishing the blistered tomatoes a little bit, and you get a lot more juice and flavor out of them. And then this way too, if you're sensitive to the tomato skins, you can actually take them off because they do separate. So I just added in some fresh basil and spinach, and I'm just wilting that down. And then you just want to add in your zucchini noodles last because you don't want them to be too soggy. You want them to still have a crunch to them. Otherwise, they kind of just become mush. So the key is to just put a little bit of salt on top, let them sit there for a minute, give them a quick toss in the sauce, and that's it. You don't have to leave them for long at all. And you can see how long those noodles are. So I definitely would recommend cutting them in half, especially if kids are going to be eating this. You can also mix this in with regular pasta to kind of cut on the carbs. But yeah, that was the final meal of the day. So I just had that bowl and it was super good. So I hope you guys like this video. And if you want to see more, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It really supports me. So thank you guys for watching.